Shalom, peace, truth lover here. It's the same day, same hat, same beard. You know, I'm not. This beard is here to stay. You know, what I'm saying. But yeah. So, okay, this is a part 2 to exposing witchcraft. Let me sit down for this one because it goes deep with this one. But so I don't want people really. I'm not really oh man, you got everything. I don't want people to see exactly what's in my room, but I don't know. I'm not ready to, you know what I'm saying, reveal necessarily, you know what I'm saying, where what my room looks like, but anyways, yeah, so okay, so what these witches do, you know what I'm saying, if you come into contact with one, you know what I'm saying, if you're just, you know what I'm saying, at the workplace, or, you know what I'm saying, you're going to school or whatever, you're in college, or you're at the gym, or you're at the grocery store, or, you know what I'm saying, you're just, you know what I'm saying, you might, you know what I'm saying, be, you know what I'm saying, close with one, or you might, you know what I'm saying, you might, you know what I'm saying, have known one from when, you know what I'm saying, you were younger, or, you know what I'm saying, growing up with them, but, you know what I'm saying, they, you know what I'm saying, they come to you and say, you know what I'm saying, oh, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I'm just protecting you or whatever, I'm doing this because, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, I love you or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but that, you know what I'm saying, that's form, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's the form of, that's a, that's a form of their, you know what I'm saying, their spell, right? They'll use the word, you know what I'm saying, love, or, you know what I'm saying, they'll use the word, you know what I'm saying, they'll use the word whatever, there's different words that they'll use, but like love and like I'm trying to think of what other words they might try to use to, you know what I'm saying, break you down, you know what I'm saying, like psychologically, to where, you know what I'm saying, they want your energy, but, you know what I'm saying, they might try to, you know what I'm saying, use these certain words to, you know what I'm saying, control you or have power over you, but, like, okay, that's the only one that comes to mind is, you know what I'm saying, they might say love, you know what I'm saying, over and over again or whatever, but, or, you know what I'm saying, they might say, I'm trying to think of, I'm not trying to spend too much time on this one topic, but if I can't think of anything else that they might say, but yeah, they want to control you with love. So they say love, but they might mean hate, or, you know what I'm saying, they might mean peace, and they, you know what I'm saying, war. But so it's just, you know what I'm saying, ultimately a battle. But anyways, so, you know, just remember, you know what I'm saying, do not engage, you know what I'm saying, with a witch or a warlock, you know what I'm saying, if you don't have to. But, you know what I'm saying, if you know what I'm saying, if a witch, you know what I'm saying, likes you, you know what I'm saying, you should ultimately, you know what I'm saying, try to lead her towards the Bible, and, you know what I'm saying, lead her towards repentance and forgiveness. But, you know what I'm saying, if she's doing it to you, you know what I'm saying, any satanic form of, you know what I'm saying, this is what they'll do. They'll do, you know what I'm saying, they'll do, you know what I'm saying, satanic prayers, right? You know what I'm saying, they say, oh, you know what I'm saying, I pray, but, you know what I'm saying, the witch has a covenant with the devil. So, you know what I'm saying, just like there's a covenant, you know what I'm saying, with you and your Bible, you know what I'm saying, well, true believers have a covenant with God, you know what I'm saying, that covenant with God and the Messiah. The witches have, you know what I'm saying, a covenant with, you know what I'm saying, their God, which is, you know what I'm saying, the devil, so the enemy, right? But, you know what I'm saying, once a witch can, you know what I'm saying, once a witch has no longer has control over you, and, you know what I'm saying, no longer has, you know what I'm saying, you under her spell, then, you know what I'm saying, then she can't, you know what I'm saying, then she can't, you know what I'm saying, use your words and against you, and, you know what I'm saying, manipulate you. But yeah, so come in contact with a witch, boom, she's most likely doing, you know what I'm saying, satanic prayers, meaning, you know what I'm saying, anything that causes you harm, right? You know what I'm saying? So anything, you know what I'm saying, that she puts out in the world, or, you know what I'm saying, into the atmosphere, that is negative about you, or, you know what I'm saying, negative about someone else, that's, you know what I'm saying, considered a dark prayer. But you know what I'm saying, it's different, you know what I'm saying, than, you know what I'm saying, just, you know what I'm saying, um, talking, you know what I'm saying, talking ish about someone or gossiping or, you know what I'm saying, drama. That's, you know, so, well, the devil loves drama. So anyways, just, you know, steer clear of that. But, yeah, so, you know what I'm saying, she'll be doing, you know what I'm saying, for sure, demonic prayers or whatever you want to call it, you know, the demonic prayers, you know what I'm saying, uh, dark prayers or whatever you want to call it, really. But yeah, so she's most likely doing that. When that doesn't work, you know what I'm saying, she might try to, you know what I'm saying, put some kind of like root spell on you or whatever, like, cause this is like normally just, you know what I'm saying, um I'm gonna be honest, you know what I'm saying, I never been with a you know what I'm saying, a white girl that, you know what I'm saying, has ever, you know what I'm saying, crossed that line and, you know what I'm saying, gone to that place or gone to that point with me to where, you know what I'm saying, she's doing roots or whatever. But that's normally like, if you come across a girl like that, you know what I'm saying, she's probably like most likely, you know what I'm saying, most likely a black girl, or, you know what I'm saying, properly, the proper way to, you know what I'm saying, call them, or they would be, you know what I'm saying, Hebrews or Israelites. But yeah, so I feel like, you know what I'm saying, and Latina girls, they be, you know what I'm saying, they be, well, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, necessarily throw them into the discussion or whatever the category with uh them too. But I feel like them, for the most part, they're the ones that be doing these kind of uh like these root spells and shit. So ultimately, what that shit is, it's, you know what I'm saying, they're connecting whatever, they're connecting with their ancestors or whatever, and they say, oh, I'm connecting with my ancestors or whatever. And, you know what I'm saying, they connect to their ancestors through like dancing, and, you know what I'm saying, ultimately, you know what I'm saying, reaching, they're trying to reach, you know what I'm saying, their roots. But that's what they call it. So then they, whatever, they might have a drum or whatever, and they might start, you know what I'm saying, playing you know what I'm saying, the music or whatever. And, you know what I'm saying, they might start, you know what I'm saying, they might start, you know what I'm saying, summoning a demon, bro. And that's what it is, bro, those root spells. And, you know what I'm saying, it's a demon that, you know what I'm saying, if your ancestor is no longer around, bro, and, you know what I'm saying, ultimately, you know what I'm saying, your ancestor, you know what I'm saying, whatever family member passed away, and, you know what I'm saying, what ultimately took them out was a demon, bro. Like that, you know what I'm saying, once you overcome your demons, then, you know what I'm saying, you understand how really, you know what I'm saying, the spiritual realm works. But so yeah, but, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff is no good, you know what I'm saying. It'll probably, you know what I'm saying, if you don't have, you know what I'm saying, the you know what I'm saying, the covering of God's grace and God's mercy, and, you know what I'm saying, the protection of the Most High, and, you know what I'm saying, the blood of Christ in your house, then, you know what I'm saying, you could potentially start having a seizure, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever, through you know what I'm saying, through, you know what I'm saying, channeling that demon. But yeah, but so, you know what I'm saying, I feel like, for me, you know what I'm saying, those type of things, it's mainly, you know what I'm saying, it's mainly coming from Latinas, or, you know what I'm saying, black girls. Like, I feel like I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, I've never, well, I mean, you know what I'm saying, comment down below if you ever had, you know what I'm saying, a like a whatever, a white girl put a root on you. But they don't, you know what I'm saying, they don't really, I haven't ever came into contact with one doing one. But but what's it called, just you know what I'm saying, the white woman would, you know what I'm saying, rather just go to church and hide in the church, from all her witchcraft. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, these some black girls and Latino girls, they're more like thorough, or not thorough, they're more like sneaky with it, or you know what I'm saying, they're more sneaky with you know what I'm saying, the ways they practice witchcraft. But yeah, so what did I say? I said, oh yeah, the dark prayers, the roots. Okay, so now let's go, you know what I'm saying, through magic and sorcery. Well, let's start with magic or whatever. Magic is magic, you know what I'm saying, people could, you know what I'm saying, be doing witchcraft through, you know what I'm saying, through magic, right? They could be, you know what I'm saying, doing magic, you know what I'm saying, right in front of you or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying, you think, you know what I'm saying, like, here's a quarter or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, they try to, you know what I'm saying, make the quarter disappear or whatever, or like really they still have the quarter or whatever, or they just, you know what I'm saying, try to make an optical illusion or whatever, but they still have it, but they just, you know what I'm saying, they just might have, you know what I'm saying, like done something, you know what I'm saying, that you didn't see at first, but ultimately, like, you know what I'm saying, the magician, you know what I'm saying, ultimately, you know what I'm saying, never you know what I'm saying, reveals his tricks. But you know what I'm saying, you could, you know what I'm saying, find out what he's doing by just, you know what I'm saying, looking at him. If you look someone in the eyes, you know what I'm saying, you could, well, if you have the Holy Spirit, you know what I'm saying, you look someone in the eyes, you could tell when they're lying to you right away. But you know what I'm saying, if they don't want to talk about it, then they don't have to. But just they'll use certain like like eye movements or whatever, or they'll use, you know what I'm saying, like distractions and shit. Magicians, like, they'll try to distract you with something else, or you know what I'm saying, so you might not pick up on, you know what I'm saying, what they're doing at first, but ultimately, you know what I'm saying, it's still a form of witchcraft. You know what I'm saying, playing cards isn't a form of witchcraft. You're good, you know what I'm saying, whatever, playing cards. But a magician will still try to, you know what I'm saying, might be trying to access you, you know what I'm saying, through, you know what I'm saying, like a game of cards or whatever. But yeah, but you know what I'm saying, as long as you have that connection with God, you should be good. But yeah, so, and then sorcery. So sorcery, sorcery is like very complicated. I feel like you know what I'm saying, sorcery could maybe have a whole video on itself. But you know what I'm saying, just sorcery being like, okay, so if you you know what I'm saying, if you stand in front of a mirror, right, that's a form of sorcery, right? So you stand in front of a mirror, right, and you know what I'm saying, you're either, you know what I'm saying, you're talking to yourself or whatever. You're, well, you know what I'm saying, you could stand in front of a mirror and, you know what I'm saying, practice positive affirmations, but that's not witchcraft. The witchcraft, you know what I'm saying, it'll be, you know what I'm saying, it'll be, you know what I'm saying, fully considered witchcraft when, you know what I'm saying, you might, you know what I'm saying, start, this is for women mostly, but putting on makeup, or, you know what I'm saying, talking to, you know what I'm saying, like a alter ego, or, you know what I'm saying, you think there's someone, you know what I'm saying, on the other side of that mirror. But hey, bro, this might sound crazy, bro, or bro, it might sound crazy, you know what I'm saying, when you first hear it, but I promise you, bro, most women are doing this. Most women have a mirror, bro, in their bathroom, and then in their room, bro, that, you know what I'm saying, like, bro, it's not that hard to, you know what I'm saying, notice this stuff. But just by, you know what I'm saying, for example, you know what I'm saying, you scrolling on Instagram, and bro, and you see, you know what I'm saying, you see whatever, you see these women, you know what I'm saying, posting in front of the mirror, bro. Why do you think they're in front of the mirror, bro? Why do you think they're in front of a mirror and, you know what I'm saying, not outside, bro? You know what I'm saying? You should be outside rather than in front of a mirror, bro. But no, I'm just gonna end this video off here. But this has to go, I guess, into a part 3 now. But very multi-layered, multifaceted video here. But shalom and peace. Part 3 to witchcraft coming soon.